driving into the home of Walmart, Bentonville, Arkansas. We're on Highway 71. We're going to head all the way down 71 into Texas. That'll put us back on a 49. We're up 49 all the way down into Louisiana to Pineville to Alexandria is where Pineville is. Then Franklin will be my second stop tomorrow. Then I reload out of Baton Rouge on Tuesday. Snow come through pretty quick. It was like a category 2. I know Biloxi in Mississippi got pretty much drowned out. I don't know how bad New Orleans was. I don't believe it was too bad. It moved very fast. I think they had 85 mile-an-hour winds, but it moved through there really fast. Yesterday, I got my tyres balanced out. My passenger side one was 8 ounces and my driver's side was 4 ounces. Truck still shakes and rattles. I don't think it'll ever go away. Sometimes it feels like I've got square tyres. Just a little grating, that's all, just a little. I'm trying to keep my distance from this truck in front. He's a little heavier than I am. And he loses it a little on the hills, but when he gets going again, he's quicker than me, so I've been trying to keep my distance from him. But I went to bars him once, but he got away from me, so I let him go. So I've been trying to keep my distance. Titanium transportation. When he would catch up. It's nice when you're bobtail. Bounce around all over the place without any issues. It's also nice to be here on a Sunday because it's normally hectic through here. up down to my trailer that was parked at the golf course. And this is where I loaded out of this area. That was fun. That's when I was doing the truck collections, that step deck. Glorious golf course. We've been passing it for a while now. It's very long. It goes on forever. see it very well. It's there. Where I lose a little bit of time. There's a couple of places I lose a bit of time. I keep talking to myself at the moment. So watch out if I say words that I don't realise I'm saying. Yesterday was a strange day, so it keeps going over in my head, so I keep mumbling. When I mumble, words come out, and I forget that I'm recording. We had a bit of an incident yesterday. Truck driver, actually two of them in the same truck, which I'm now starting to think that I'm not sure if one was training the other or if they were just both incompetent. But I was getting in the Bosch shop at Altoona to get my rims put on the front, get two tyres on the trailer switched out because they were below DOT requirement, and there was a gentleman that came in there, was asking about some bits and pieces. You know me, I can't help but help, so that's my forte right there. Getting myself into trouble is always wanting to help somebody, because I always believe that's what we should do. Is help no matter what. So the gentleman's name was Reggie. Got a frog in my throat, excuse me. There's the Lowe's I parked at when I came to get that tractor. So his gentleman's name was Reggie. He had a Freightliner Cascadia, and he had an issue with his tyres and that. He was talking about wanting to get an alignment done, and they don't do alignments at the Bosch shop now in Altoona. So he was talking about what he needed. I said, well, let's go and have a look at your tyres and you know, and your shocks and that, because you know. He said he had a vibration, but it wasn't there all the time, and it wasn't huge. And he just got the truck, and he didn't really know a great deal. So I said, let's go and have a look at your tyres, like, you know, and we'll see what's really going on. So we walked out there. There was a Navajo truck parked in a space, a reserve space. And Reggie was parked on the right side of it. So we walk round the Navajo truck, and we walk to his truck, and we're on the hood, and we're looking at his tyres, and he's got his hubs full of oil, like. So I said to him, you got too much oil in there, like, you know. Too little oil is no good, too much oil is no good, it's got to be where the lines are. He just filled them up. He didn't realise this. He's pretty new to all this stuff. So he didn't realise this, and I said, not a worries, I'll help you out. And we'll suck some of the oil out. And he had river wear on his tyres, which really there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the tyres that you buy basically. He had a set of Goodyears on there. And then he had these strange looking drive tyres, Mirror Star or something silly like that they were called. They were just a very cheap brand of tyre, but they were Virgins, but they were a cheap tyre on his drive. So when I was on the left side of his truck, I was getting the oil out of his hubs for him, and we were just talking. Navajo beside us, he starts the truck up and he starts moving. Well, I don't take much notice when people do that. Most people are considerate and careful and just move forward slowly. And I moved in a little closer to the truck. Reggie moved in a little closer to his truck, and all of a sudden he starts cutting to the right of his side, coming into the left of our side, and the trailer's coming up against Reggie, and he's nearly pitting him against the truck, and I'm getting squashed against the wheel, and I had to push myself in between the bump of the wheel and get in between the underneath the hood, and we're banging on the trailer, and eventually he comes to a standstill, and he's literally just missed Reggie. Like he hasn't quite got him. Reggie can move, and I jump out and I'm living. I'm absolutely living, man. I'm just like, I can't believe it. What the hell? There's two of you in the truck, and you can't literally tell me that you didn't see what you were doing. So I did. I lost him, and I don't think anybody else would be any different, especially when you're under the circumstance of either A, getting hurt, or B, losing your life over something so stupid, and C, that somebody's vehicle was going to get wrecked because of somebody's stupidity. And it was stupidity, because he had a clean shot to the left to go straight out, didn't even need a cut to the right. So I screamed at him, what the hell are you doing, and just sort it out, go over to the left and carry on and just get the hell out of here, get out of here, And that's all I really said to him to start with. I didn't say anymore. So the driver in the chair is now, he's lost his bottle, and he jumps out of the chair, and the other person that was in the passenger seat jumps in the driving chair. And I just said to him, man, just turn to the left and just keep heading straight past the fuel islands, turn left, just get the hell out of here. So as he starts driving off, he's got the window down and he starts saying F you and F this, and he's just throwing obscenities at me. And he's just going on and on and on as he's driving away. Well, I lost my bottle again. And I lost my cool more than anything, really, my bottle. I lost my cool, and I just said to him, man, just get out of here before I kick your ass. And me saying that to him, which I do regret saying, I should have kept my cool, but you lose it when you're in that situation, and it was ridiculous. And with me saying it to him, he went down. I went back to Reggie, we was carrying on, and I didn't take any notice. He turned around and came back, parked beside me and Reggie, jumped out the truck, opened up his side lock and pulled out his crowbar, walked over to me and said, if you want to fight, let's fight, with the crowbar in his hand. And I'm like, man, just get in your truck and go away, just go away. You haven't even got the decency to apologise, both of you, to apologise for what you did. You can't even say sorry, and I would apologise as well for my behaviour, but you can't even come around and say you were sorry for what nearly happened. That it was a judgment of error, and we made a mistake, and next time I need to pay more attention. And I would have accepted that and said, no, I apologise for my actions, because it was a heated argument. It was a collision that started, and it ended up in a confrontation, So he didn't do that, nor did the gentleman that created the incident to start with, neither of them did. So I said to Hoss, that's his nickname, one of the mechanics, go call the police. Tell Maddie to go call the police. Maddie's a girl behind the desk. So I said, just go call the police. So Maddie comes out and goes, what's that? I said, just call the police, man. So then he's trying to drive away, and I stood in front of his truck to stop it from moving. Then he tried backing up, so I got behind him, and then all of a sudden he changed his mind, decided he wasn't going to leave, that he was going to now park and wait for the police. You know, 1 minute he was going to go, then he wasn't. So Reggie's in front of his truck videoing him and trying to stop him from moving. And he carried on driving into Reggie. And Reggie's like just walking, and he keeps trying to push Reggie out of the way. And Reggie's recording his truck and then basically so he can load it up to show it to Navajo. Like, that's the idea. I know what he's up to. So the man parks his truck, and as I walk round to Reggie, he shouts out the window at me, "You need to be deported back to Australia. You need to go back to where you come from, like the rest of these immigrants in this country," which has nothing to do with the incident. But he thought he would bring that up because it was appropriate, which of course is fun for me because we both know that it's not where I come from. So of course I said to him, "It's a shame, my friend, that you are that ignorant. You don't even know where I come from." But okay, whatever. So then I had to go and switch my logbook off and put it to off duty. And the policeman turns up, or actually I take it back. 5 police cars turn up, 2 sheriffs. So we have 7 cars in total because Maddie called in that there was threatening behaviour. And they're like that over here, as you know. So Walmart's up round here, by the way. This is where their headquarters is. So he turns up, and they turn up, and the lady, one of the lady coppers, she asked me what went on, and I told her. I wasn't rude, I just told her what happened. I just said how it started, how the confrontation ended. The other copper, who I believe may have been in charge, walked up. Yeah, I'm not sure if she was in charge, you can tell the main copper was, but anyway, sergeant, whatever. They go over to them 2. So I already know they're going to be spinning a yarn, and I know they spin a yarn real good. And I'm thinking, I know which way this is going to end. So they go up, the sheriff's there, and there's a witness. The witness saw it all. He just can't believe what went down, but he didn't hear it, didn't see it. So it all, you know, there's a witness to how it all went. The copper came back to me, the lady copper came back, and she said to me, "Did you threaten him with any behaviour, like, you know, did you any threatening words?" And I said, "I will not tell you no lies, because I know the truth needs to be spoken, otherwise it will come back on me." Is that yes, after the collision nearly happened and I asked him to carry on to the left, go straight, turn left and leave the parking lot, he threw obscenities at me and kept throwing them at me. And I did say to him that if he didn't leave, I would beat his ass, because he was just irritating me so much. I just wanted him to go away. You know, it was scary enough that we went down what we went down. So I said I did. She goes, "The trouble is, I can arrest him, but now I have to arrest you as well, because your threatening behaviour is how they were looking at in the Iowa State codes of the law that you started it with threatening behaviour." She said the collision has nothing to do with it. That is a separate incident. This incident now becomes another incident. That's what we was called out on. I said, okay. So I said, the best thing that I can do is what you're saying, and he said, the best thing I can do is say, no, I don't want to prosecute, and let him be on his merry way, and that's the end of it. She goes, yeah, pretty much. That's how it will go down. Otherwise, I have to arrest you, and I have to arrest him, and then you both have to appear in court. And I said, okay. I said, I have no problem with that. I said, he will get his comeuppance one way or another, it will come back on him. And I said, does that mean that I can't report him to the company? Like, she goes, no, not at all. You are more than welcome to report him to the company. She said, because I would, that's a civilian thing, that's nothing to do with us. And she said, and I would report him to the company for his behaviour and for their actions. She said, I would definitely say something. Whether they take any notice is down to them, but I would say something. And I said, okay, then I will do that. I will go no further with this, but I will go down the path of reporting. And I felt, you know, I did feel bad that I couldn't have got to the point, because I would have liked to have seen him go arrested for his own stupidity more than anything. So they ended up, yeah, and it was raining. So I'm crouching down out of the way of the rain, and the other copper, the first lady copper, came and she says, don't stare at them, don't intimidate them. I said, I'm not. I'm actually standing down here, I'm crouching down between Reggie's truck and the trailer to stay out of the rain, and I'm soaking wet like you and everybody else is. I'm just trying to get a bit dry, like, you know. And she said, I understand. She said, just don't intimidate them, let them go. So they disappeared on their way. me and Reggie went on, carried on with what we were doing and everything else, and the police left. And they were okay, they were nice, but just before that, the male copper, I don't know if he was in charge or not, walks over and he says to Reggie, he says, who stood in front of the truck videoing, and why did you do that? And Reggie said, I did. He goes, why did you do that? And he goes, because we didn't want him to leave, you know. I was recording him to get his company name and their faces and the company truck number and the trailer number, because we didn't want him to leave, you know what I mean? Because we were waiting for you to turn up. And he just had this arrogance, the copper had this arrogance about him, like he had no right to do that. He had no right to stay in front of the truck, and it was, you know, he was causing evil. Basically, they made us feel like it was Reggie and myself's fault for what was created and happened. Basically, if we hadn't have been there, it would never have created the problem, and them two were basically shining stars. That's how it felt in the end, and that really, really, really got my back up. Because as I've always said, and I will always say, that no matter how much you try to prove that somebody else did wrong, it never happens. So they went on their way. Me and Reggie, we had another conversation, like walked around, checked everything out, sort of gave him some tips on how I've been given tips through the years of what to do and what I've learned by doing it myself, and knowing how much money I've spent and how much money I've wasted. And then I walked in, and then another gentleman had an issue. So he was an elderly gentleman from Nebraska with his wife. He had an issue with his pickup. I don't know where a Ford dealer was, so I went away and talked to him, and then I believe Reggie must have been on his way then, because I never did see him again after that. So that was basically my day yesterday, in respects of it did open my eyes up to something, and I would have actually beat his ass, and I will say that to you, and it matters not. I would have actually beat his ass. But I love my kid and wife too much, and that's the truth, I really do. And I do love my family too much, and I knew that if I got involved in there and it went down, and I know for a fact that even if I'd have told him, you know, I'll fight you by all means, but no police involved, police would have been involved. Then we would have both got arrested, and we would have both ended up. And when I look back on it, you know, the part that I will do now is I will call the company, and I will speak to Navajo, and if Navajo does nothing, that is down to them, but I will speak and it will make peace with myself, and I have done what I needed to do. But sadly, they do not need to be in a truck. Neither of them need to be in a truck. They both need to be out of a truck, and they need to find jobs in warehouses, packing boxes, because it's as useful as they are. And I don't mean that in a nasty way, and it can be taken any way it wants, but it's the bloody truth. You don't deserve to be behind a vehicle when you have no idea what you're doing. And I know for a fact that eventually it will happen. And that's frightening, to know that somebody's vehicle will get wrecked or somebody will die from it. So, and then in the morning, when I was fueling up at the pilot there in Des Moines, before I went to drop my load off at Ankeny at Menards, geezer next to me is a geezer and his woman anyway, I would say it was his girlfriend, just some woman. Man, she was so doped up, it was unreal, right? But anyway, she walks out of the truck as I'm getting fuel. She's talking on the phone, and she's going into the fuel to the fuel desk, and then she's like, oh, hang on a minute on the phone. She walks over and she goes, do you know where I could get some heroin? I went, nah. I said, look, the best I can tell you, if that's what you want, is you got to go in around Drake area and that, like in Des Moines, around the universities, because that's pretty much where it all kicks out, is around about down there, like, you know. I don't know, because I don't do it and I've never touched it, but that's about as best I can give you. I don't know, mate. This isn't Memphis, Tennessee, where it all happens, like, and it does happen down there, by the way. It's pretty huge at the truck stops. So I said, no, I can't help you out with the heroin, love. Got to find out with somebody else. She's like, all right, thanks ever so much, and got in the truck with her geezer, and off they went, like, you know. She was a state, poor love. I did feel for her. So yeah, it was an eventful day. And eventually I got my rims. Oh, then I got my rims on, and then Hoss, he scratched my left side rim. It doesn't matter, but it does. You know, Daniel put one down on the carpet and made sure that it didn't get scratched, and Hoss just put it straight on the floor and scratched the rim. And it sort of, it did upset me. When they're $300 plus a piece for a rim, you know, and he takes no care in it because he thinks it's just a rim for a truck, oh well, whatever. Yet if you would have done that to his, you can imagine the outcry. So as always, I just said, whatever, don't worry about it. I'm so done with trying to get people to do it the right way, and they can't do it the right way, you know. I'm exhausted now, I tell you. Oh, bloody hell, you can hear all that. You probably can't. I have to explain it all over again. Man's not to me, I'll put it on video on YouTube, because at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, it's about you and Daddy, the only two people that watch it. And if anybody else does, oh well, good for them. If you can understand a bloody word I say at the best of it anyway. I still can't get over the fact that he told me to go back to Australia. Get deported back there, it's where you belong. Alright mate, whatever. I'd like to go to Australia, it'd be very nice to get deported back there. Trouble is, it ain't me home. So I said to the sheriff one, and he was writing down the details from the geezer that watched it. Oh, happened. I said, you know mate, I feel bad for wasting your time. I said, yeah I did. At the end of the day, you lot have come out with something that ain't worth coming out for, because nothing's going to happen. And it never did, and I knew that before she came back to talk to me, and I said, it's just a waste of time, isn't it? And he goes, no, it's never a waste of time. You're never wasting our time, that's what we're here for. Yeah, but you've probably got better things to do than worry about this stupid stuff. And he said, no, never, because you never know what the outcome's going to be. Yeah, good idea, love. Off you go, see you later. Bye-bye. This is where I lose my time now, see? Because I've got to drive that a little bit slower. Anyway, this is it. This is Arkansas. Just went through Bentonville, Arkansas, and I think we're still in it, maybe. I can't remember. And this is where Sam Walton come from, which is why back up there on the side you'll see Walton Road. Go back and have another look and you'll see them, hopefully. I'm trying to keep with this truck because I don't want to pass him, because I know eventually he's going to come flat out past me. But we're doing alright. It's Sunday, we're enjoying the view. The view's lovely. Pieces, but I spent money at the truck stop this morning. That was like 23 bucks, so I don't really want to spend anymore. Ever since they shut us down on the whole, you got to call in for authorisation and that now, and I think it was a personal attack, because when I was speaking to him at the boss shop, there's certain things that make sense now. I think it was the other day when I was in the office, which was Monday, and Eric said to me, "Oh, I got something for you, and what size is you, you know?" And I said, "Look, mate, I don't need your t-shirts, I don't need your jackets, I don't need your cups, I don't need anything to do with the name of Crawford Trucking. I work for myself. Your name may be on the side of my truck, but at the end of the day, I work for myself. I don't actually work for you. I lease to you, you pay me because I lease to you, but I work for myself." And I think I upset him when I said that. I do, I think I upset him. Because it was Monday and Tuesday when the message came through about you can't get any work done without authorisation. And I swear, and it's just something they said to me yesterday, I really feel now that was a personal attack towards me because they think I was being an ass. And you know what? Maybe I was being an ass, but I don't need your bloody stuff. What would be nice is if you told me I was going to get a rate increase. That would be really nice. Hey, we're going to give you an extra 5 cents a mile, Mark. How's that sound? That, to me, would be more welcoming. enough. Hopefully he stays that distance. We'll get back into it now, right? So yeah, I do believe that's what it was all about. Logistics right there, cheap bastards. They don't pay no money. Yeah, you're gonna haul hay for them, but they won't pay no money. I'd love to know where my vibration comes from. I swear it's in the steer tyres again. I tell you, I can't get over the fact that this truck just eats steer tyres the way it does. I literally just eat them. It's ridiculous. Nearly got that barrel. That was close. No, he did pass him though. Sunday morning still can't bloody wait, can they? No, just enjoy the day. Yeah, just get on with it. Off his bottom. Humans. I tell you, human beings, man. Now that lady caught me yesterday, she was actually really nice. They were all really nice. The male cop, I don't know if he was in charge or not, he was a bit of a knob. With his attitude towards Reggie, I didn't appreciate that, and you could feel it, you know. Felt like saying, leave him alone, mate. Poor lad just nearly lost his life, and you want to get in his face because he decided to record somebody who was being a dick. I know I keep going on about it, I can't help it. I won't for the next few days. I won't keep on about it, but it'll be in my head, it won't go away. Not until I've resolved it the way it needs to be resolved. And she was nice, she was telling me about, and I understand her point. She said, I guarantee I know you feel, you understand, see this and feel this. She goes, you know, we deal with this on a daily basis and people nearly running us over on the highway, and she's right, they do. They don't move over, and you've seen it before when I've recorded and that, or when you've even been chatting with me. And then she said it's harder for them because they got to wear body cams, you know, and everything gets recorded as such, like, and I do understand where she's coming from, and I do feel for her because she is right. They do suffer a lot, and they suffer such an injustice, you know. Not every single one of them should be tarred with the same brush, no more than what we should, you know what I mean? And I get her point. She understood where I was coming from, and I understood where she was coming from, and I know for a fact if she'd have had her choice, she'd have quite happily allowed me to have him nicked. But yeah, I'll sort it. And like I said, I've got another couple of minutes left on this video. This is the only one I'll talk about it on. I try not to talk about it on anything else, but yeah, I will say that if he'd have just apologised to the other geezer, I would have done the same. Said I apologise for my actions. A little heated, a little frustrated, a little annoyed. I apologise as well. Shake hands, you go your way, I'll go mine, just, you know, so watch out for each other. And that